Uh, hey, what's up? So, as you read from the title, this is what if Deku had elemental upgrade. This was suggested by a good friend of mine, and I have him on call on Discord. He's gonna be kind of featured in this video because I don't usually do this a lot, but like I just thought he's a good friend and we should do a collab or just like a little fucking video together because why the fuck not? Say hi, bitch.
What's up?
Yeah. You saw. Ah, fuck. That was a voice crack, wasn't it? That was a
Yeah,
voice
it
crack,
was,
wasn't
bro.
it?
You were high as fuck, bro. I thought you were gonna
Dude,
fucking
this is why I
laugh.
took choir for.
All the dogs within 1 mile of me heard that shit, bro.
Dude, you got dogs?
Yeah,
Ah,
I
shit.
got like
You
three.
got wolves, dude? Because, like, I'll be
I got
coming over any.
three, and like I live near a forest, and there's like two bears and like a few wolves too.
Oh, are you sure that you're not
And
living, like.
there's some shit about fucking wolves, and actually, alpha wolf is not the thing. Like, it's not an actual thing. Like alpha packs, like they run in packs, but there's no such thing as alpha wolf, beta wolf, or anything like that. In fact, they just like it's just like the oldest one is more like the leader, like the mom and dad or something.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
It's fucking weird,
Dude, your voice is coming in higher than I am, dude.
bro. My voice is coming in high.
Like, not high, like
How?
louder. Louder. You know what I mean?
Oh, loud. Oh,
Yeah, turn
maybe I
that.
should turn it down.
No, I'm just gonna turn down my volume on my laptop. It's all good. Um,
I
so yeah, this was suggested by the idiot. So tell me what's wrong with him so I can roast his ass. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. So before
Nah,
we,
bro, please.
you
I
pussing
insist.
out.
I insist you tell me what's wrong with me, bro.
Oh, okay. So two things that are wrong with you. I don't want to expose you though. Like you want me to tell you
No,
exactly
I'm
what's wrong
talking
with you?
about the comment section, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So as you heard, you know he wants to be roasted. So go ahead.
I'll be watching.
You mean you'll be reading? That's kind of weird though.
No, I'll be
That's kind of weird. That's kind of suspect, fam. That's real sus. Uh, if you can't just tell from our voices, it's been a while since I've talked to him, so I'm actually kind of happy. Not in a gay way, even though he kind of thinks of me differently, if you know what I mean. Um, before I fucking talk too much, I'm just gonna get right into the video. I don't have an intro at the moment, so I'm just gonna go right into it. Um, oh damn, it's cold down here. Like in the basement, it's cold.
Damn, bro, I'm in my basement too.
Yeah, but you snuggly, dude. You got all the snacks. You got Gatorade, you got Doritos, you got all the chips.
Hey, you're right.
So I mean, the fuck.
I mean, I
Uh,
even got like a few plates of food down here. Like, it's not even old. I got McDonald's too.
yeah, you fucking Uber Eats everything, dude. Like your ass be rich as fuck. Like I make YouTube videos for a living, and I actually get money, and you have more money than I do. Like what the fuck? That ain't that ain't how it works.
Uh, um, yeah, I guess so. I always thought I was fucking poor, but I guess not.
I don't know, man. Like I should show a picture of your fucking fridge, dude. It's filled to the brim.
Like
Anyways,
every time you see my fridge, it's full, bro.
yeah, no shit. You like fucking
Like,
go out
I
grocery
show you
shopping, and
my
you're like,
fridge like
I'll buy
almost
this, I'll
every
buy
single
that.
time we get in a call, bro. And like, it's always full. Like, you haven't ever seen it like not full.
Exactly. Like every time you probably go to a grocery store, you're like, yeah. So I'm trying to buy the whole store. How much does it cost? And they're like, what the fuck? Do you have like stage 80 obesity or something? Like, fuck.
Uh,
I don't know, dude. You might have it. You might want to get checked out. You also might get. You might.
Bro, I have like 18 different boxes of different fucking chocolates.
Yeah, let's not go into that.
The problem is I'm not even fat.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see
Pretty
about that. We'll
fucking
see about
skinny.
that. Talk to me 2 years later. So this,
Shoot, I.
you better not leave the call, bitch. Um, all right, I'm gonna just get right into the fucking video because people hate it when I have to ramble on. All right, so shut your ass up. Nah, you don't have to go mute. Mute. So for this story to start out, we we start out with a no. Let's just go over his parents' powers. So his dad, he of course has his fire. You know his fire quirk, just like in canon. But he also had a little bit of a, like a little bit of a darkness quirk on top of it. So he can remove the light. Like, well, for example, here's an example. If he's shooting fire, he can remove the light around the fire to make it a little bit more powerful. Meaning, he's actually kind of strong this time around. Um, his mother has, of course, the telekinesis, just like in canon, I believe. And this time around, she has, you could say, a little bit of an ice quirk. I forgot. Was this part of the script? I'll just go with it. Um, she has a little bit of an ice quirk. She started noticing this when she was in her mid 30s, you could say, when she went up to her balcony door because they do live in an apartment if I'm not wrong. She went up to her her balcony and she put her fingers right next to the glass and she saw it was starting to not freeze but
What is
like
she,
become
Elsa? She let it go?
let it go. Nah, um, nah. She saw it got kind of cold. Like if she touched anywhere else, it was fine. Like it was actually pretty hot. It was a hot day too, and she saw the glass kind of become cold. She went to the quirk doctor to check it out, and she saw that she had more of like a cold quirk, not an ice quirk, just like a cold quirk. So,
So
Deku,
basically, she can just manipulate the temperature to go down a
yup,
little bit.
yeah, because Inko ain't the MC. If she was the MC, I would never be doing an MHA. I would never be doing an MHA fucking. What if?
I mean, Inko's, best mom.
I don't know, man. We'll have to talk that over after the video. Um. So fuck. Completely. Okay. So Deku was born. Deku had his hair looked a little different than original. As you guys can look at the thumbnail, as you guys can see that his hair is more black and white. Um, part of his hair is white and part of his hair is black. I'll probably show it up on screen as well, just in case you guys, don't know how he would look. This is due to the fact that Inko had like, as I said, more of like a cold quirk, so it kind of mutated and went into his hair, making it look white. And his dad, of course, had a um, I guess you could say like a darkness quirk, so his part of his hair became more dark. Yo, mute up, mute up. Um, so yeah. So as Deku grows up, he goes to school just like canon, as I don't think anything would, I don't think anything would change. Um, so over time, oh yeah, by the way, did I forget to mention his dad doesn't leave and never comes back? So he doesn't leave this time around. He actually becomes like a dad, and I'm gonna let Crimson take over from here.
Yeah. So his dad doesn't leave. How old is he right now?
Let's say he's around 5.
He's around like 5. So he would have went to go get his quirk diagnosed. As of like when he was 4, and let's go. No, he went to go get his quirk diagnosed because he's a late bloomer. like now as he's 5, and he has a sort of darkness type quirk, not the same as his dad, more like
More
he
powerful.
can more powerful. He can like manipulate darkness to envelop the room and like use darkness to turn into certain things. Like he can manipulate darkness to create items that are made out of darkness.
Basically, it's your worst nightmare.
Exactly. So yeah.
Yeah, keep going, keep
And
going.
he went to go tell Bakugo the whole class, and they they were all like, "That's a
Frightened.
villainous quirk,"
Yeah.
because that is, but like that wouldn't matter. It just depends on what you do with it, because Bakugo is like a terrorist.
Exactly.
But I don't. Yeah, they're like Deku has a villainous quirk, so because like Bakugo was scared that Deku had a better quirk than him, so he would make everyone hate him by saying he had a villainous quirk. Bakugo wants to be popular.
Because he had no, pussy in his life. He wants. He
Yep,
doesn't.
never.
Yeah, he's a virgin.
And as we keep on going, Deku, like, he starts gaining, like, not much hatred, but, like, a tiny bit of, like, annoyance towards Bakugo. He's not, like, to the point where he would, like, fight him over that or anything. He's just annoyed. But other than that, he doesn't really care. And, I guess we can keep on going to where, and then as he gets home from school, he's a little bit sad, and Inko says, "I'll take you out for some ice cream," because she asks what's wrong, and she says and he says they say I have a villainous quirk, and they're bullying me for it, you know, uh, stuff like that. And she's like, "You want to go get some ice cream to cheer you up?" And of course, Deku would say, "Absolutely, bro. Who doesn't like ice cream?" And they go, and a car hits the front of the car and kills Inko. But Deku's in the back.
You know.
He
Yeah, he got
yeah,
that
he,
fucking
he got
car
that car
seat.
seat.
Exactly, he got that car seat. He got that booster up in him. He got like all kinds of seat belts on that bitch. Like, I have a little sister, which everybody knows. And that motherfucker, I have a car seat. Dude, that is the most protected thing I've ever seen in my life. It got like 20 fucking seatbelts. Like, I'm not joking. It literally got 20 seatbelts to the point where that thing, if you try to move it, it won't move.
Fucking gorilla tape.
Unless the window shatters, which is highly, I mean, it's not unlikely, but it's pretty rare.
I
Nothing
mean,
will
the best
happen.
a window shattering could do would be like just like making a few cuts on the baby, unless the baby eats the glass. And as 5-year-old Deku would be, he's not stupid enough at that point to
To fucking
eat
eat glass,
glass.
yeah.
He knows glass is dangerous. He's probably got his like he probably he was probably told a long time ago glass was dangerous.
So,
And
you want me to take over, or do you want to keep on going?
yeah, I kind of want you to take over.
Alright. So, like a normal car crash, they total the car. So they can't use that car anymore. Inko unfortunately dies. She has a funeral, and, you know, Inko's, father, I mean, not father, Inko's husband, which I don't know the name of, we can just say Deku number 2.
Hisashi. Hisashi.
Hisashi?
I'm not sure, but I think it's Hisashi. I'm not sure.
Hisashi, alright. We're just gonna name him Hazashi, unless we're wrong. That's his new name now, bitch. So, they go to his funeral. Not Inko. Deku is, of course, crying about it because he's a 5-year-old. If your parents died, you would probably be crying. If you're a normal human being, of course. Um, Unlike us, which we would probably not even attend the funeral. Like, let alone crying. We would probably just not even attend the fucking thing.
We'd still be laying in bed watching YouTube.
Yeah. um, so, Inko dies, and, they come home, and, Deku goes to sleep. And, Deku, over the course of few months, sees that Deku's father is changing. He comes home. Comes home from work, and he starts drinking. He takes these weird pills. Doesn't know what they are. He just like, okay, maybe he thinks it's probably like pain meds or something. He's like, his mom died.
Deku's smart. Deku's smart. Remember, guys, Deku is very smart.
He was just a little happy-go-lucky, a little too much happy-go-lucky.
He was timid.
In the canon, yeah, canon was like shit. I hate canon.
Bro, anyone that got in his face, bro, he would like start graveling.
Yeah, dude, he would throw them hands easily. He would throw some hands. Um, over time, he sees that his dad looks at him weird. And there was this one day where they kind of got into an argument over how Deku's grades are getting a little bad. If he had all A's, he's getting kind of all C's. It's an average, but it's not good. Seeing that
his dad's a drunk and he's already like extremely angry from the mom dying and then grief. So
yeah. So to release his anger, he's picking on Deku. He's saying that he's like, you're worthless piece of, you're a worthless piece of son. I never wanted you in the first place. It's just my pull-out game was a little too bad. uh, he's like,
he also blames Deku for Inko's death because if he wasn't born, then technically he wouldn't have died.
Exactly, and he's like, if it wasn't for your fucking, selfishness of wanting to go get some ice cream, she wouldn't have died. And he was like, you know what? Fuck you. And he's like, where's my belt at? And he's like, oh shit, I got my belt right here. Takes it out, kind of makes that shit, makes it sound like a whip. He starts fucking going down on Deku.
Bro, that fucking sound is terrifying. When you hear that, like, slap of the belt going against each other, you're over there just groveling in fear, bro.
See, you might be like, why is Deku not using his quirk? First of all, it's a little too young.
His dad.
It's a little, that too, but it's a little too young for him to even know how to even fucking use it. Like, imagine, you know how long it takes you to walk? Just like that. You don't fucking just learn how to walk out of nowhere. You slowly, crawl.
Even if he did, like, he would probably be able to make something like a dagger, but it would be very dull. His quirk isn't that strong right now.
Exactly. Like, exactly. Like, just like what you said. If he did make a dagger, like, if he went up to stab his dad, nothing would happen. It would just be like a little toy.
It's like Bakugo's explosions. It's like them TNT pops that you would throw at people.
Yeah. So, his dad just keeps hitting him over and over again until you can actually see bruises on him, like blue bruises. Like you usually when you hit yourself, it don't usually start showing until like the next day or the day after. But that shit is blue. Like deadass, it's blue as my profile picture. That's how hard he was hitting him. That shit was made out of like I don't know, fucking. I don't know what kind of leather that was made out of.
You remember those belts with the metal rings on them?
Yeah, he kind of had like a cool looking leather belt. So when he was going down on Deku, he cut him a lot, like a lot. Like you can clearly see the bruises. Like the next day, Deku didn't go to school, like just because of that. He didn't want to show himself to like the other kids and being like they would of course ask, And then the teachers would ask, and if Deku reveals the truth, his dad would go away forever, and he would be left with no dad, meaning, I don't know, no child support. um, and Crimson, you can go on from here.
And like we said, he still loves his dad. He doesn't want anything bad to happen, so he still goes home every day to just getting beat.
Hey, what are you fucking eating over there, dude? Chill.
I'm
Chill.
eating a Danish.
Like, just get over this, like, 6-minute part and you'll be good. It's like, you can eat
Alright,
later.
alright. So, he still loves his dad, but he still gets beat every day and screamed at. So what he does is he basically comes home late when his dad is knocked out from drinking all night. Every time.
This is around about, we could say, maybe 1.5 to 2 years later.
So he's like 9.
Oh, no, he's 7.
Oh, yeah. I can't do math. But he's 7 now, and now he comes home like a little too early this time. And his dad is there. And his dad is extremely drunk, and he has a beer bottle in his hands.
Nah, fuck beer. Fucking vodka, that motherfucker. You got some vodka.
Bro, like, he's poor, bro, and they're not that.
Vodka
Bro,
doesn't cost that much. You don't have to get glass. You can get like a plastic bottle of vodka. Hey, stop eating. You pig.
I can't, bro.
What is wrong with you? It's the middle of a video.
Alright, I'll stop. Let me tell you.
See, stop.
It's over there.
Like, that's a lot. Okay, yeah. So, like, you can get like a plastic vodka bottle, which costs like $15.
But he has to have glass right now.
Okay, but fuck it, he's drinking vodka. Fucking, that's like, that gets you
He's
like
drinking
drunk.
some vodka. He's drinking some like $50 vodka. Alright. Yeah, he got that cheap stuff, bro.
Yes, sir.
But he's drinking it, and he says, "Why are you home so late?" And he calls him Izuku because, I mean, what else would you call him? He doesn't know about the Deku name, otherwise he would call him Deku. He says, "Why are you so late, Izuku?" And Deku says, I was caught up with some business." And Hisashi says, what type of business?" And he starts getting, a little bit more angry as Izuku keeps on talking. And he's like, "Well, why did you have to be born?" And Izuku is just like standing there.
Because your pullout game was bad.
He's hurt. Izuku is just standing there because he was hurt. I mean, who wants to hear that from their dad? The one person that's still there of their family. The parent that loved them at some point. And Hisashi starts going towards Izuku, and he throws the bottle at Izuku. Izuku like dodges kind of, but it still hits him, like in the top of the head. He still ducked, but like it did not work, bro. He's like 7. What do you think his reflexes are? But he still gets hit, and he's bleeding from the head. There's like a big, not too big of a gash, but it's like a decent sized gash on the top of his head. Not to his skull, but just like, it's pretty decent. There's like blood dripping down his head. And Hisashi says, "I'm gonna go get my belt." And this is where Izuku's had enough at this point. He's not ready to kill his dad. He has like hatred, but he doesn't want to kill his dad. He still loves him. And his dad comes out with the belt, and he starts trying to hit Izuku, and Izuku catches the belt with his hand covered in darkness because he got to get that extra strength. Because by now his quirk has developed enough to be pretty strong ish, and he grabs it and takes it away from his dad and throws it. His dad starts punching him. Izuku starts punching back with darkness in his hand, and he forms some sort of like type of knuckles / brass knuckles type thing. Some like gauntlets type. So it would be stronger. His fist, and he starts beating up Hisashi, and then Hisashi calls the cops on him, which I know, kind of
Pussy
weird,
move.
bro. Yeah, when you get beat by a 7-year-old and you call the cops.
Yeah, dude. All right. You want me to take over from here, or you want to keep going?
Yeah, I'm not very good.
Nah, it's actually not. Why would you admit that mid video? They're gonna roast your ass
I am
thanks to
not
that.
very good, bro.
Thanks to that. So the police arrive, and Deku was kind of aware at the same time not aware that they would. He was aware that he called the cops. His dad being a pussy, of course, but he wasn't expecting them to arrive this fast. They cuff up both. The son and dad, which would be Izuku and Hisashi. Deku is sent to more like a what's it called, Crimson?
More like just like those like cells in like the police stations that just like they sent you in for like maybe a few days.
So yeah, he was sent to one of there, and he gets questioned, of course, and Deku tells the upright fucking truth. He's had enough. He's like, fuck it, I don't care. So he starts talking about his dad was beating him, and he fucking fought back. And the police don't believe him. They're like a kid beating his dad. Yeah, sure, we can. Yeah, we'll believe that. And he lifts his wound. His shirt. He's like, how about this? Does this let you believe me now? They're like, what the fuck? And you see actual fucking scars, like those that are stitching, like that are stitched like by hand. Some of them are actually stitched, by the way.
And then they also think that explains the big cut on his head.
Yeah. So
He still had that gash.
yeah. So they're like, shit. We'll be right back. They go to the next soul over, and they start questioning his dad, and yeah, they can smell the fucking the alcohol coming from him. So they're like, you know what, sir, you are going to jail. We don't even need a judge for this shit. No, they're of course gonna go to a judge to like let him know how much of a sentence he has, but it's probably gonna be a lifetime for like abusing
But
a
they
kid.
arrest him like right now.
Yeah, for sure. He's sent to a pretty more, a little bit more secure prison where he probably won't be able to escape, and then later on he'll be going to a judge. The cops come over back to Izuku's cell, and they're like, now that you don't have a dad, we're gonna have to give you to like a foster home. Deku's like, how about he's like, can I live by my own by any chance? They're like, but you don't have any money. He's like, can the government cover for me? They're like, I guess so. I mean, you did get abused and everything, so, he's like, we'll cover for your food, your house, just your living expenses, like your electricity, your clothes, and everything. We'll pay for that. And
They would put him in an apartment because he doesn't need a whole house.
oh yeah, they were living in a fucking apartment anyway, so.
Yeah, they would just put him in the same apartment. Something.
So yeah, he goes back to the apartment. He's like, fuck, that's finally over. And so, it's been a couple of years. He's not really told anyone that he doesn't have a dad anymore. He just, he's more to himself. if Bakugo comes up, like there was this one, like let's say so it's so if he's in seventh grade, that would be well fourth grade-ish. So
12.
let's
He would be 12 if he was in 7th grade.
okay, yeah. Uh, fuck. Then my math is wrong. So let's say he's in eighth grade and he's 13 years old. Um,
What part of the year? Because that's really important. Is it like
actually,
is
no, no,
it like the start
let's
of the
not do that.
anime, or
Let's
is it
do
like
like
the start of the year?
nah. Let's just do like 10-year-old Deku. He should be I don't know fifth grade maybe. Yeah, fifth grade. Um, Bakugo seeing that Deku Izuku is usually to himself. Over the years he's observed him because he knows that Deku is well. He's never really experienced his quirk because he is kind of terrified of it. Like darkness. Like when you hear the word darkness, what do you expect? Like usually, fucking fear goes through your mind. Um. So yeah. He comes up to Deku and he's like, "This is my chance." Maybe his quirk is not so strong. Goes up to Deku. He starts smack talking him. Kind of like, hey, Deku. So, he's like, how's your quirk? I don't know. He's trying to make, like, some shit. He's like, your hair is bad. Your grades are bad. And, like, how is your grade so bad? He still has C's. It's like, I thought you were, an A plus kid. It's like, is your parents abusing you or something? This is when, Deku just hits a nerve. This just hits a nerve. And, well, next thing you know, Deku is fucking Bakugo is out the window. He's fucking flying, and the motherfucker is flying. And you just hear the and if I could play some music, it would just be like, I believe I can fly. The motherfucker just get blown through the fucking window. He's flying like actually he's like Deku shattered the window, and this is like at least maybe like 3 or 4 stories high. And so like if he lands, which no, if he doesn't have like a soft landing, he will actually die. Like there's no question about it. Either he's gonna die or he's gonna be paralyzed for life. And everybody in the class sees this. They're like, what the fuck? What was that? And they see Deku kind of being enveloped. His the back of him is kind of like really dark and he's absorbing the light. Like, there's some lights and then the lights are off and on, going on, off and on. Like, what the hell? Then they see like a dark shadow. A shadow is coming off Deku. And it looks like a monster. And it's smiling. Deku sits back down. And he, of course, softens Bakugo's landing, but he is heavily injured. Um, Everybody in the room are like, they're like, they just all start running from Deku. Now, it was a good thing a teacher wasn't there. He turned off the cameras, you could say. So his alibi was, Bakugo used his explosions, and he used a little too much of his explosion, and he, shot himself out the fucking window. They're like, it's explainable because he still hasn't gotten like a good grip on his quirk. And he's like, how did he soften his blow? He's like, well, he shot an explosion down at his feet. They're like, oh, okay. He's like, thanks for letting us know. Now, everybody in this classroom, of course, knows that it was all fucking Izuku. Yeah, it was all Izuku.
They caught him on 4K, bro.
Yeah, but they don't want to admit it because if they do that, they think they're gonna die. Like they actually think they're gonna die.
They don't want to be the next one to go out that window, bro.
So for around about 2 or 3 weeks, Bakugo doesn't come to school. He's terrified. First of all, you have to be in the hospital, but then he's terrified.
He has, like 2 broken arms and
like both of his legs are broken. Both of his arms are broken. Like most of his ribs are broken. He has a big ass concussion. What else? I think he has had, he probably lost some
Are you
memories.
trying to give him every single injury possible?
It's a fucking 3 or 4 story
He should be
fall.
out for like a whole year or two, bro.
Dude, he had a 3 or 4 story fall. If I fall out
But
from
it
my
was
second story of my
softened.
house, I would probably have a big ass concussion, break some of my leg, like at least like a leg or
It
two.
was softened. He should have like one broken leg, like shattered ribs, and a fractured arm.
All right, fine, whatever. He still has a concussion though.
Right.
Actually, you can take over from here. I haven't letting you talk in a while.
I've been kind of like adding more shit in as you keep on going.
Yeah, just go.
But Bakugo's gone for like a month or two, I guess. He's in 5th grade right now, right?
Yup.
And this is the point where Deku starts training because he put like a lot of force into that, but he didn't know he was that strong where he could do that. Because he hasn't really been training. He just used it, you know?
If you guys are wondering what Deku did, he kind of, I guess, manipulated the light to make it look like,
The shadow kind of like pulled out of his back and beat the shit out of Baku.
pretty much. Yeah. That's pretty good explanation. Yeah, okay, keep on going.
Alright, and he starts training, and as you guys know, the quirk is an elemental upgrade quirk, so you already know what's about to happen, I think. And so Deku starts training in the dark, right? Because he wants to learn to control darkness and like take darkness out too. He wants to be able to take darkness out and make it lighter, as well as put darkness in and make it darker.
Yeah, so like
he keeps on doing that to like enhance his speed with darkness, his strength, and the way to
control it,
manipulate it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like just as he explained, I'm just gonna say it in a better way. He wants to absorb light and create darkness out of it, and at the same time, he wants to absorb dark and create light out of it. It's kind of like how Meliodas, I guess, kind of trained, I believe. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know what's a good example. Just keep on going. Fuck. I was gonna give like a pretty good example.
Yeah, like there's like no good example of it, and mm, uh, he starts noticing he has like other things he could do, but he like can't reach it yet, and he remembers the quirk his mom had, and he tries like messing with temperatures and just like messing with something like ice or like heat or something, and it starts working. At first it's just like
Maybe like a
putting
temperature
out like
higher.
putting like a small fire or something, something like created from like a small piece of paper, just like a small simple fire.
Mm-hmm.
But then he keeps on training, and like how like Todoroki, he was fucked because like the coldness, he was getting like hypothermia from it. He exposes himself to really cold temperatures so he can gain an endurance around it, so he doesn't have the same problem. And Deku starts training both his darkness and his ice
And
at the
his
same
fire.
time. And fire?
Well, you did just give him fire, idiot.
I did. Damn.
Yeah. Unless you just like want to just be like, yeah, no, he didn't unlock fire.
I guess he did get fire.
Yeah, you could say that while he was experimenting with his ice quirk, you could say he accidentally, while he was fucking around with it, actually made it something burn on accident. He's like, oh shit. Well, I guess I'm overpowered as fuck now. You can keep on going though. Sorry guys, he's having a seizure.
Sorry. Um, but he starts training all three. He starts training his darkness the same way, but he also trains it by taking away light from the fire, as well as enveloping the fire in darkness to make it more of a dark fire that's really inconceivable to the eye. So it's more like invisible, but it's not.
At the same time, he makes it fucking hotter as fuck.
Yeah.
So he has three stages of fire, right? Normal stage, which is just like red fire. If he uses his darkness with it, it becomes kind of blue. And then the third and final stage is his black fire, which we could call. I don't know. Leave some comments down below and tell us what we could call his
Well,
black fire.
it's more of like an invisible fire, and like you could see the shadow across the wall or the floor from the fire, but like it's more of like inconceivable to the eye because it's so dark, and the only person that can actually see it is someone that can control darkness,
Which
which
would be
would
like Dark
probably be like
Shadow.
All for One or Dark or Tokiyami.
Yeah, because of his, his quirk and shit.
Yeah, and he trains his ice by using fire to melt it, as well as just re putting the fire out with the ice over and over and over again, like Todoroki did. But he gets much better at it because he trains for years, and this is where we go off to like about seventh grade, like midway through, and I'm gonna pass it off to you. So
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna explain the abilities a little bit better. The reason why he's I guess being more and more powerful as time goes on is because his as he unlocks every element, because we're gonna give him probably more elements over time. Um, as he unlocks every element, his other elements become stronger as well. It's for example, when he unlocked his ice, his darkness became that much more powerful because he can envelop his his while using ice, you can like probably transform that shit into darkness, make it more stronger, just like with the fire. So
and by the way, I have also something else to add.
if you give
His
him another
emotion.
ability, I'm gonna kill you.
No. I'm not giving him another ability. Based on like what element it is like what emotion if he has a certain emotion, it can make it stronger. Like, let's say sadness would make ice stronger, anger would make uh, fire stronger, and nothingness would make darkness stronger. Like, just the complete feeling of hopelessness.
Yeah, usually, okay, this is a good example. When Meliodas felt like, when he was fighting Bond, for example, he didn't feel nothingness. He just felt like, I don't know, he was weak and shit like that, and he's like felt nothing. So he put up his like dark shit. If you're gonna eat shit, mute yourself. Mute your
I'm not
ass.
eating anything.
Okay, bitch. Um, let's see. Where was we? Where was he? So I think let's say he trained. Now, of course, Bakugo goes out of his way. He never even looks up at Deku. Fucking never even stares at him for more than a second. If he does make eye contact, oh, you better believe Deku gives him a cold ass stare. One that is filled with fucking. If Bakugo looks at him like a kind of like a weird way, somehow, sometimes he does accidentally. The whole room just drops in temperature. The light starts dimming. The room temperature is it goes from cold to hot to cold to hot, and everybody in the room knows, but because they transferred from elementary school to middle school, so they all know what the fuck is happening, and they're like shit. It's like they're like we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Oh no, I never wanted to die early. So as time goes on, this happens. So, huh? Crimson, when do you think is gonna be a good time to end the video?
I think about like right after the entrance exam.
That's gonna be like an hour long video. You know that?
I mean, can you make it long?
Yeah, give me
Or do you
one
want to make it shorter?
1 second.
I mean, can you make it long?
Yeah, give me
Or do you
one
want to make it shorter?
1 second.
I mean, can you make it long?
Yeah, give me
Or do you
one
want to make it shorter?
1 second.
I mean, can you make it long?
Yeah, give me
Or do you
one
want to make it shorter?
1 second.
I mean,
So yeah, it looks like Crimson wants to end it at the slime villain attack. So you guys should be happy. This is about to be like an actual like 1 hour part. So thanks to him. I guess that's a pro about him. uh, but dang, it's gonna take so long to export this video. You know that? It's gonna take so
yeah.
long.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
But
better
you're
be
welcome,
sorry.
viewers.
I mean, it's
Watching the
bad
video.
for me and it's bad. You know, it's good for the viewers because like if they like this,
And it's also good for you too, because I mean, I guess like more people would get like attracted to your videos, because like there are a lot of people that like don't watch videos if they're like 5 minutes long, which I've seen so many what if YouTubers do.
yeah, people people do that shit all the time. Oh, by the way, I switched my positions. By the way, so I'm on the floor instead of being on my couch.
There's different positions. The fuck?
No,
I
my
didn't
like my
know.
position. Like I went from my couch to the floor because I gotta charge my laptop. You know what I mean?
You do different positions while what ifing.
Okay, that came out wrong, man. What the fuck? When I heard you do different positions, I was like, nah. If I know where this is going, it ain't going a good way. Um. So yeah. Let's see. So it's around about, I guess you could say, middle. Wait. When did the? Yeah, you could say middle of 8th grade. And you know, Deku is actually starting to get pretty good grades. His grades are all the way up again. He's gotten A pluses. This could be due to the reason where, I mean, he is kind of cheating. um, he is using kind of like his darkness to like his shadow, you could say, to like
He
look.
don't even need to do that. He could be like, teacher, give me the answers now, and he would like literally give them, because like the intimidation behind just darkness itself is just scary.
Yeah, but we don't want to. We don't want the teacher to expose him,
We don't
just
want him
yet.
to be a villain.
Nah, fuck it. I'll make you my villain if I want to. I don't care. I've never really made a villain what if, so I might. Actually, I mean, we could.
A villain what if sometimes they're actually pretty fun to listen
Yeah.
to.
I mean, maybe we'll decide that next part if we want to go which route we want to do, because I haven't made a villain what if ever before, so we're gonna go ahead and see that. So, um, fuck. So what he does is he uses his shadow to like kind of move around and like look over, like pretty smart people's answers, like geniuses in the class, you could say, and by that he gets like A
Which would
pluses.
be Bakugo. You know, Bakugo actually had like the top scores.
Actually,
Yeah, he had the top scores. He had top scores in physical and like just like exams themselves. He was like a hard ass worker. Like no one gives Bakugo credit. Well, a lot of people do, but Bakugo was actually very, very hardworking. Just very egotistical.
so okay, for like let's say for homework, he would just intimidate Bakugo, be like, "Bitch, give me your homework, or I'm gonna fucking decapitate you and eat your mother."
He would just bully his ass, bro. Be like, "Bitch, give me your lunch money.
Exactly, like he's like, "I don't
I'm
got."
hungry. I want a burger today."
He's like, "I'm gonna go fuck your mom if you don't."
He's like, "I'm gonna be your new dad if you don't.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna leave you like your other dad did."
Exactly. He's like, I ain't paying no child support for your ass, bitch. um, okay, I'm gonna go on for a little while, and you can take over after this.
All
Uh,
right.
so what he does, so as I said, it's the middle of 8th grade, and he's going home, and he's like, shit. He's like, should I go? Do I have enough money? He looks down. He's like, $20. Thank you, Bakugo. He's like, what should I treat myself to today? He's like, huh. I mean, I could go get some ice cream, but he's like, nah. Like, let's go get some. Fuck it, shish kebab. He's like, fuck. What's the fastest way? I want to get there now. He's like, he looks over at two pathways, and he's like, I'll go this way. I've never went this way before. He starts walking and walking, and he hits a tunnel. Thank you for the ear rape. Everybody's gonna hate me now. Um,
Did I ear rape?
at least for me.
I'm so fucking sorry, bro. I didn't mean to. Oh, and by the way, Pig, Cam, sorry.
Yeah.
I've been talking to him a lot recently. But, I have a new ability
You cut
to
out.
add. It has to do with darkness.
You cut out.
He can hide in the shadows.
Okay, we can.
Deku can
You could.
hide in the
You
shadows.
could have added that while you were fighting the slime villain, idiot. Oh well, it is what it is. Um,
I mean, yeah.
it is what it is. It's not like I care. I'm just like a. I don't really care. I mean, this is a collab with me and you, and you've never really done a what if, so I mean, it's your first time, so I'm not blaming you for shit. Um, he walks into a tunnel, and he's like, huh, kind of weird in here. And you can take over from here.
Uh, so, as we know, Deku Deku already knows that the slime villain is under. But Deku is kind of evilish, but like he's not evil yet. He's not evil at all. Okay, he's just like more like he likes to fight. He likes to fight. He's got that drive to fight people, like new people, strong people. He still idolizes All Might, like he's like a good hero and all. Just like he does. It's not as much. He's like, hey yo, he like the best hero. That's cool.
Yeah, the
That's
only reason
basically
he
what he thinks of All
idolizes
Might.
All Might is because he's like strong and he wants to like after he's gotten as strong as All Might, you might as well fucking kiss that, fangirl or fanboy, you know, away, I guess you could say, because he's not gonna like him anymore. He's the strongest hero. Why would he idolize All Might anymore?
Yeah. So he already knows, but like he wants to keep the acting up to catch the slime villain off guard. The slime villain, like the slime villain, grabs onto something, and he the slime villain's like, I got you now, kid. You will be a perfect suit for my body, for my new vessel, so I can get away from that damn hero, All Might. And all the slime villain hears is like an echoey voice. So you like All Might, huh? And the slime villain looks down, and he just sees like some type of black looking figure there, just like that he's holding on to. And it has
No physical
no,
body.
yeah, no physical body or anything. He's just holding on to it. And it doesn't have anything on it. It doesn't have any eyes, nose, mouth, or anything. He's like, who are you? What are you? Because, that'd be kind of creepy.
Dead ass.
And, and Deku walks out of the shadow. Like, he literally walks out of the shadow. And he says, I'm Izuku Midoriya, and I am about to beat you. Not kill you, because he doesn't kill yet, but he would he would he might start killing if he becomes a hero or villain.
Yeah, we'll talk
Either way,
about.
he's
Well,
gonna end up killing.
if this video does well and you guys like it, By the way, the like goal, I guess. What do you want to make the like goal? Because you were part of the collab.
All right. What's your highest like?
My highest liked video is 545 likes.
All right. What is your lowest?
I don't know, like fucking 10.
All right. Total of 8 likes, guys.
Nah, not 8. Let's say
All
around,
right, all right. Let's
let's say
say like
30,
40.
30, 35,
All right,
35.
we're pretty close. 35.
Alright, if you
Meet in the
guys want
middle.
another part, get 35 likes. So I. And if you guys don't want to see this idiot on the channel anymore, I'm joking, I'm joking. I'm probably gonna add him every once in a while. I haven't done a collab, so like if I'm bored and I don't know what the fuck to do, I'll probably call this idiot, be like, yo, yeah, let's do something. Let's do something. So if you guys would like another part to this, like a part two, to see if he's gonna become a villain or a hero, um,
Or maybe we'll let you guys decide.
yeah, well, yeah. If you guys would like a part two, go ahead and get 35 likes, or we're probably not gonna continue it, but keep on going.
Uh, fuck where? Oh, he was just like he came out the shadows
Yep.
and he was like, "I'm gonna beat you," and all he sees is the figure he has just a bunch of spikes just erupt from him. Obviously, it's not gonna affect the slime villain or sludge villain because he's just made of sludge. I mean, what's that gonna do? They all impale him, but then they all just like impale one of them impale his eyes, so he is hurt from his eye itself, but like other than that it's about nothing. And Izuku then gets his shadow to just disappear, and the sludge villain at this point is just confused and scared, and by the time he says don't kill me, he just gets frozen.
Oh shit, you had like the same idea as I did. Um, at this point, I'll go. I'll keep on going. Sorry. I wanna do this part. You can keep on going after after I do this thing. Um, All Might appears, but what he sees is not something he usually sees on a daily basis. He sees a kid and like a trace of blackness. If you watch if you read, for example, Solo Leveling, you know how like his eyes have a trail, kind of like that. Um, and when he looks over at the kid, his eyes are full of black, like to the point where it's kind of absorbing All Might. Like All Might's light, like he has barely any strength to fight him at the barely
All
any
right, let me
strength.
help you. Let me help you describe this. He's entranced by the eyes.
Yeah. Um. He's like, uh, uh, what are you doing here, kid? Deku, he switchbacks. He's like, All Might. He's like, well, I heard, this villain attacked me, and I took care of him. He's like, kid, where is he? It's like, oh, it's that ice cube over there. It's like, ice cube? What do you mean? He's like, is he dead? It's like, no, 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 nah. He like, he burns away all the ice. Kind of like shooting kind of like a fireball at him, and it burns away all the ice. All Might thinking he just killed him. He's like, what have you done? He's like, nah, he's still right over there. And the slime villain's like, what the hell was that? What the hell did I just go through? All Might's like, yeah, go ahead and make him go back to ice now. um, he's like, alrighty. He puts him as back as like an ice cube. All Might's like, well, thanks for taking care of this for me.
How's All Might gonna carry a big ass ice cube around, bro?
Probably shrink that thing down. It's fine.
Yeah, he'll probably like just cut it up into pieces since it's sludge.
Yeah.
Just stick it in a bottle.
Yeah. So, and then Deku and I guess no, Zuko and All Might start having like a talk, and All Might brings up the question of he's like, may I know your name, kid? He's like, oh, it's Izuku Midoriya. Um, he's like, and your quirk is ice, I guess? He's like, well, yes and no. I have multiple quirks, but like, that doesn't need to be known. It's like, multiple quirks? Well, okay then. Um, he's like, he thinks he's delusional or something, like multiple quirks. I mean, I've barely heard of it. It's rare, but not very rare. He's like, wait. He's like, am I dumb? He's like, I just saw him use fire. He's like, yeah, I'm pretty much dumb. Um, so what he does is he's like, well, it was great talking to you, kid, but I have hero work to do. Deku's like, wait. Deku, All Might looks down. He's like, shit, I don't have any more time. He's like, sorry, kid, I really have to go. That All Might flies away, or jumps away, and you can take over from this part. Sorry, I know I had stopped you.
Alright. So All Might jumps away, and he's. I still want to say Izuku grabs onto All Might, or not grabs onto All Might. He jumps with All
We can
Might.
say this. His shadow grabs onto All Might.
No, more like he just follows All Might, and he's like right next to him, and All Might's astonished at how he's keeping up with his speeds. And she stops because like he's about to run out of
Wait,
time, and
she?
he doesn't want to just like run out of time. I said he.
Oh, okay. I was like, I was like, we gender bending All Might now.
I mean, unless you want to.
I mean, I've never done it though. we could.
I mean, how old is All Might? He's like 40, isn't he?
Probably. I've made Naruto and Tsunade come together though.
Bro.
So I don't think this is like too much of a problem if we do it.
But a 15-year-old boy and a 40-year-old man known as a symbol of peace, or girl, I don't think that would work very well.
I mean, I'll probably do it in another what if. But okay, yeah, go ahead.
But he's like, he stops because he's about to run out of time. And he says, hey kid, how were you able to catch up with my speed? And Deku says, I can control darkness as well. So I can run among shadows. And I was just following behind your shadow. And All Might's astonished. She's like, you have three quirks? And Deku says, yeah. And All Might just poofs into fucking Small Might, and he's coughing up blood. And Deku's confused. He's like, is that your quirk? Can you, like,
Wait, one sec.
blood? And Deku's confused. He's like, is that your quirk? Can you, like,
Wait, one sec.
blood? So Deku's like, is that your quirk or something? And All Might says, no. Inside All Might's head, he is thinking that Deku can easily be the number one hero without his quirk, but he's thinking of giving him his quirk right now. And he says, no, I got injured. How long ago was it? Was it like 2 years ago?
Yeah, probably 2 years ago.
I got injured 2 years ago while I was fighting a villain, All For One. And my time using the quirk got reduced for like only like 4 hours every day. I forgot how long it was, to be honest.
Yeah, let's just say 4 hours. I don't give two fucks at this point.
4 hours every day. And Deku's like, wow, All Might's pretty weak. All Might's like, I can still fight pretty strong though. So don't think you could still beat me. And Deku says you want to give it a try. Because, he likes fighting. All Might says nothing out. But, they part ways. after Deku asks if he can be a hero with this quirk. And All Might says, yes, you can be an extremely strong hero, especially with the quirk he has. And, Deku walks away, pretty happy. He's like, yo, I'm gonna be strong, man. He's hella happy. He's geek, bro. He walks away. He's like almost home, and he hears an explosion. He immediately thinks of Bakugo, because explosions. And he heads over there. He sees Small Might there. He knows what's about to happen. And he doesn't leap in due to instinct. He leaps in because he wants to be the one to beat Bakugo. Like them type of rivalries, but it's not like really a healthy rivalry.
Yeah.
Well,
So like what
Like
Crimson's trying to.
and he wants to beat him up.
What Crimson wants to do is like he's trying to say like nobody else can beat Bakugo unless it's Midoriya. So so yeah, it's not gay though.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause like
Damn, bro, I forgot about that.
All right, keep on.
But he rushes forward. He gets like the slime villain Shadow to like pull the slime villain off Bakugo. He like throws Bakugo over to like the heroes like pretty hard, you know. So like the heroes like pushed back by how hard he threw Bakugo, but Bakugo's fine. And he like literally just freezes up the villain in an instant, and everybody runs over to where he was, but he just disappears, bro. Because remember, he keeps to himself. He doesn't really want attention. He's not like Bakugo. So he just keeps to himself and just disappears into the shadows.
Into the darkness is better.
Yeah, into the darkness. Holy shit, bro. Wasn't there like a movie where it was like into the something?
I don't know. Unless you're talking about Pokemon or something.
No, I'm not talking about Pokemon. But All Might sees this and he's so heroic. He doesn't want attention from all them. Deku was over here thinking, he was like, man, that's just too much. All Might obviously finds him and asks him if he wants his quirk. And Deku says yes. And All Might says meet him at Dagobah Beach at whatever fucking time.
The reason
Like,
the reason why Midoriya or Izuku took All Might's quirk is not because he wants to become more powerful. Well, that's due to the reason, but he wants, I guess you could say, I don't know, like what he just wants to be the number one hero, you could say, or the number one villain.
Like he wants to be undefeatable.
Yeah, kind of like that. So he wants to be more undefeatable. Okay. This is either gonna be a bad thing or a good thing, dude. We don't even know if we're gonna make him into a villain or a hero. So we gotta choose that next part.
Yeah, it's like one of those games where you have to choose a side and you don't know which one you would want because both have benefits.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. We might just flip a fucking coin.
We should so do that.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
All right. Heads for what?
Villain.
All right.
Sorry for the cut, guys. Crimson got disconnected because he got some shitty ass Wi-Fi.
What you talking about? You got that Chick-fil-A.
At least it's Chick-fil-A, dude, not McDonald's.
Bro.
So, what was it? You never.
McDonald's, bro.
What was the coin flip? Say that again.
Heads.
Dude, you're fucking. Your sound is shit with a new fucking phone.
For real.
You might want to talk a little louder.
Hold on.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep talking without his bitch ass.
No. I'm still here, bro. Hold on, bro.
Okay, now I can hear you a little better, but not the best.
Okay. You can't hear you. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
You can hear me way better. All right. So where even were we? Oh, he says he'll take the quirk in
Yeah,
Dagobah
yeah.
Beach. All right. So he says meet him at Dagobah Beach at like 8 a.m. I don't know. Whatever time at whatever day. You know, this is like the first day uh, after school ends. Yeah, yeah. First day after school ends, he heads to Dagobah Beach. It says, lift up your shirt. Uh, Deku thinks it's a little weird and kind of sus, bro.
Of
But
course.
he don't question it. He don't question it. He lift up her shirt. You know, All Might notices like a 4-pack going because like Deku like was smart enough to train like physically, but like he didn't train much. He just like trained a little bit. So he's strong enough for the court. Just like he would only be able to handle like 2% there. Because like in canon, Deku had like a 6-pack.
Yeah, after the training though.
Yeah, after the training, of course. And he was only able to handle like a whole 5%,
Yes,
probably even
sir.
less. But yeah, it's like I could give you the quirk now, but well, he gives him the quirk now, but he says we got to train with it more. And they start training with it. And this Deku's way smarter than he was before, of course, because he's right. He's actually trying. Like he has a quirk. He's like working really, really hard, even harder than Bakugo. He's smart, just not exam smart. But he his common sense and like just general thinking and strategical tactics. He he's not like Shikamaru, but he's good. And Deku figures out that he can do full cowling and that Might doesn't use it when like once, but he uses it all over his body. And he starts being able to use full cowling to help him do the stuff. Pick up the items and shit. And by the end of the 10 months, he's extremely fucking rich, bro. Because not he would probably knock this down in like about 3 months, just like the beach itself. And then he would start sparring with All Might to get like his quirk usage better with it, as well as his, as well as just training in the gym in general. And to this, Deku goes home. This is like 9. This is like 9 months in after training. After a while, he goes home after being exhausted.
Yo, get closer to your mic.
He goes home after being exhausted, and he wants to train his quirk a bit, and he concentrates on like the light, and he notices he starts pulling something else other than light out of it. He starts pulling electricity out of it. Mm, More like just yeah, he starts pulling electricity out of the light, and the light goes out. and you know
Nah,
Deku's
nah, nah.
light.
Just not the light. The whole fucking building's powers goes out.
No, this is like the first awakening.
Yeah, his first
He'll,
awakening should be
he,
powerful.
you're right. You're right. It is enhanced by All Might's quirk, so all of his shit should be like at least 5 times what it was.
When when somebody first awakens their power, of course they're gonna be like, we're gonna make it look strong. In the anime, when they first awaken something, like for example Naruto's Kibi mode, and when he was fighting against Haku, it looked super fucking strong. But over time, it was like,
Like
oh
the
shit, that's
weakest
not even,
shit,
yeah,
bro.
that was pretty weak.
That's like not even as much as he used against Neji,
Yup,
which is kind of weird. Like Haku was said to be like light speed, and yet Neji, she could he could probably beat Neji pretty easily. Yeah, like he had to use something way stronger just to like barely beat Neji.
well
Kind of
Naiji
weird.
did have the Byakugan,
Oh yeah.
and he could use like his fucking Trigam shit. But yeah, like
Oh
even
yeah, Neji wouldn't be able to beat Haku because he doesn't have the same perception time as Sharingan has.
yeah, yeah,
It's just he's
definitely.
able to see like almost 360 degrees, and he has only one weak spot where he can't see, and that's like
The
barely even
ground.
a kunai can fit through there. Haku would exploit the shit out of that. She got Senbone, so she would be able to hit him like 40 different times on the same exact spot.
Exactly. Um. Anyways, let's
I
stop with
kept
the
on
fucking
saying she.
debate. We were literally having a fucking debate middle fucking video. Um. You can keep going and then I'll go ahead, or I can go right now if you would like. Fucking video. Um.
Where did we leave off?
I don't know.
Where did we leave off, bro?
I don't fucking
I,
know.
uh, if
Uh.
you don't know, how am I gonna continue?
I believe they were. Fuck. Uh.
I'm just gonna say what I said. Better and faster. All right.
Oh, no, no, no. So
So,
he took out the whole light, like the electricity from the whole building.
So he took the electricity from the whole building, like, and he felt extremely powerful. He had like the lightning cloak form 2 from Naruto at that point. That's what he looked like, bro. He felt like God at that point, bro. Bro,
If
he
you've been
he
high
was
on
like,
Red Bull before, like 20 Red Bulls, this is how he probably felt.
all right, bro. It's like he had like 20 of every fucking energy drink and didn't die.
Okay, okay, buddy.
That's how fucking hyper and fucking energized he feels right now. He feels so light that he could like literally walk on water.
Fucking Jesus.
Could you imagine someone their only quirk asset is they're able to walk on water?
Yeah, no, that would be like the shittiest quirk.
That sounds cool and all, but like, what's it gonna do when you're fighting a villain that has a fire quirk? But
You're just like,
all
one
right,
second. Let
we
me go
keep
ahead
on
and walk.
breaking off the story.
You're like, 1 second. Let me go walk on that water real quick. How the fuck does that work?
You're like, I'll amaze the villain, and then I'll beat him.
All right,
I
keep
call
going,
this
keep going.
Jesus.
Keep going, keep going.
Instead of Dio walk, it's a Jesus walk, bro. But
Uh,
he feels energized and he starts like jumping around the fucking room. He's so fast. He goes straight through the fucking window, bro. He like literally, you know the expression kids bounce off the walls. That's literally what he's doing.
he just fucking jumps off the, jumps out of the window, shattering the glass, of course, like
Yeah, and then
shattering it.
all people hear is a shattered glass. They look up and they see just like a weird fucking light going back and forth up the walls of a building.
Um, like you could say, they see like more of a. Did you say purple lightning, or what kind of lightning do you want to give
Yeah,
me?
purple. Like
Yeah,
more of like a
they see
purple.
more of like a purple lightning, like a purple trace, you could say.
Yeah. Uh, like he's so fast, bro. He went to like UA. He went to Dagobah Beach. He went like
Around the whole
about
city.
yeah. He went around the whole city, and then like he went 2 cities over, and then he came back. He still had energy, so he like went and worked out for a little bit more, and by that time he was exhausted because sugar rush. At the end, you're fucking done for.
Yeah. Um,
So like by that time, he starts heading home. He could barely fucking move
his legs,
his feet.
dude. You keep
He's
on
afraid he's about to get
disconnecting.
ambushed, but he doesn't.
I don't
I
think it's
do.
my Wi-Fi, but like you start talking, but you're like super low, and you're on high like maximum volume for me.
I keep on like stop talking.
Like you come in like like super low and then high. You're like, and then he like that.
Like Mario for a second.
Like
Fucking
just like
jumped
he did
off.
now.
Got that star power.
Yeah. Go ahead, cause people are probably gonna hate me for your shitty ass fucking voice. Not your
Yeah,
voice,
for
your
real.
fucking
I'm so fucking sorry, guys, but hey, I can't help it.
It's either
But
my Wi-Fi or your shitty phone. It could be
this is
either
an
one of us.
iPhone 11, bro. How
You
the
trying to
fuck is this
flex,
shit
bitch?
shitty?
You trying to flex?
Yes, this is an iPhone 11. How can this be shitty, bro?
Then it's definitely not my Wi-Fi because I got that shit upgraded like a week or two ago.
It's definitely not mine because I'm using fucking data.
I don't know, man. It's you probably, not me.
Maybe the headphones, but I can't take them out because I can't hear shit if I take them out.
All right, well keep going, bitch.
So, he heads home. Like he can barely fucking move. He's afraid he's gonna get ambushed.
He's afraid
But
he's gonna get
he
jumped.
yeah, because he can easily get beaten now. Well, not easily, just like he feels like he could. But really he actually has some decent energy left. He's just being lazy. So he starts like dragging his feet home. He like lays on his bed, falls asleep instantly. He doesn't even bother to take a shower. He's like, I'll take a shower when I wake up. And this is like month 9 right now. And he goes to wake up and he goes to train and he goes to show All Might the new quirk he has. And All Might's like, at this point, he's fucking.
He's done. Like he's fucking. I'm like he's done.
He,
He's like fuck this. He's like, is this even possible? He's like just done. He's like so all for one. I mean yeah one for all. Lightning. What else? What else? Fire.
ice.
Ice. Darkness. What else? What else? Come
And
on.
like,
Earth is the
probably
next one,
like
probably. He's
water,
like, what the fuck, water? And next thing you
which
know,
is
it's
like
fucking.
ice.
Next thing you know, you're like fucking, I don't know, metal bending, and then blood bending. He's like, what the
And
fuck?
then sand bending. He turns into fucking Gara, bro.
He's like, next thing you know, you're fucking God himself. Like, you don't even need my quirk anymore, kid.
And bending.
He's like, what else? What else? Avatar mode.
He's like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was just able to create quirks at this point.
uh, it's like, uh, but you know, All Might is very, he's very impressed. He's definitely impressed that, you know,
Like he's kind of depressed
he's
from the
impressed
fact
and
that he got
depressed.
all this quirk.
You want me to keep going, or you want to keep going?
Yeah, you can take on for like the rest of this month and then finish at the entrance exam.
Okay. Oh, that's not even that
Finish
long,
off the
dude. You've been
entrance
talking for
exam.
like fucking 20 minutes, and I get like a fucking 10 minute part, maybe like a 5 minute part.
Hey, you're gonna take off this month and then you're gonna do the whole entrance exam.
Okay. I got you. So,
That's the best part, bro.
oh yeah, the entrance exam. Ooh. Uh, we'll talk about ships next part because like I don't think it's like I think it's a little too early to be introducing ships at this moment in time.
I have someone in mind, but like unless you guys wanna unless you guys if you guys don't comment anything and you guys still like want this video to be a thing, then I'll just do my choice.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. So, All Might is well, he's he's just like done. He's like, it's you know what? He's like, if you like develop blood bending, he's like, I'm not gonna be shocked. I'm not gonna be shocked anymore. It's like, you know, you surprise somebody so many times to the point where they're like, eh, fuck it. I don't even feel anything. It's like, if you feel death, like if you're on the point of death so many times, you're just like, if death comes to your death, your deathbed, you're like, I was expecting it anyways one day or another. So that's kind of how he feels at this point. Uh, so All Might's like, so what can you do about? Oh, what can you do? He's like, well, the only thing I've really done is I've, by any chance, have you heard the news? All Might's like, what news? I hear a lot of news. It's like, have you heard the news about, I guess you could say Building B having no electricity? He's like, that was you? He's like, yeah, I accidentally fucking took all the electricity. He's like, well, shit. So didn't you like get fried inside out? Naruto, I mean, not Naruto. Deku's like, not exactly. It kind of, you could say, mixed with my body. Um, he's like, well, after it mixed, I went like super light speed. You could say, I went like 3 cities over and came back. And he's like, in how long? He's like, we could say in 3 minutes. No, let's say 2 minutes. All Might's shocked. He's like, did you use one for all? He's like, no, I haven't used it yet. I've been waiting to show you to see. Let's have a race and see who's faster. He's like, with one for all and or without one for all. He's like, without one for all for now. He's like, wait 1 second. He absorbs the lightning or just the electricity in general from a light post. He's like, shit, I'm gonna need more. And he's like, All Might, can you pay like for my bills? He's like, can you pay for my bills? He's like, how expensive do you think it's gonna be? He's like, a whole city's worth. Do you think he can pay that? He's like, a whole city's worth. Are you joking?
All Might's the number one hero. He's probably like the richest person in Japan.
I mean, yeah, true, but like, still, a whole city.
Like yeah, some houses they be like having like over like $2,000. Some houses they be having over like $2,000 costs in electricity.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's true. That's
The
true though.
lease is like 300, bro.
So like a whole city's worth would probably be around about, let's say,
Over like a few million.
yeah, definitely. So Deku's like, can you pay for that? He's like, fine. If it's for my student, I'll do it. He's like, God damn though, you can absorb that much electricity. He's like, I've never tried it before. I'm probably gonna kill myself, but might as well give it a shot. Deku powers up, of course, and you could feel it. You can feel the voltage coming off of him. All Might is like pretty far away, like at least like half a mile away. Like they have to be that far away because like by like the sheer air pressure that they're gonna give off is gonna be a whole lot to the point where they can mess up each other. So they have to be that long. And All Might can feel like millions of voltages coming off of Deku. He can't imagine how how much voltage he would get if he was super close to not
He could
Naruto,
he
Deku.
could he can also like see like lightning streak coming like from all directions as well. He can see him like in the sky and like coming like towards him, but not like directly at him or anything. He could just see like lightning, just the pure lightning coming off of him is just everywhere.
And he's like, this. It doesn't look like the type of lightning you could see like from a quick, which would usually be like blue or something like that. It's more purple. All Might shrugs it off. He's like, all right, three, two, one. And by the time he even says one, Deku's gone. All Might tries to keep up, but by the time All Might reaches maybe I don't know 15 miles, Deku's already maybe 60 miles ahead of him. That's how fast Deku's going at this point. Um, Now Deku was going full out, um, and so they promised to go around the whole city. Um, Now in around about let's say probably like 10 seconds. No, not 10 seconds. Let's say 30 seconds because he did absorb a whole electricity of a whole block. I mean a whole city.
Like and what he did with just like a whole apartment building, going like 3 cities and back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, so actually more approximately 10, maybe
More like 5.
5. Yeah.
Because like 2 minutes in 3 cities and going around one city using one city's whole power, and he had like one building. There's probably got to be like at least 40 other of those types of buildings.
Yeah. So let's say 4 seconds. Deku comes back exactly where he was, but everything he doesn't stop his electricity, but everything around him is slow. He can kind of see his own trail behind him, like where he started. You can see like a purple streak right behind him. He can even see where All Might is. I guess his vision has improved as well. He thinks this is weird, but it's cool at the same time. Um, Deku's like, what can I do? By the time All Might is back, it's like shit. I'll go get some ice cream real quick. He goes to an ice cream shop while everybody's kind of frozen in time to the point where they're barely moving, barely. Like if you've seen the Flash, that's kind of how it's going right now. He's just like
He's
chilling.
going Quicksilver, bro.
He's chilling
Like in the
exactly.
X-Men movies, bro. Quicksilver.
He goes and gets
He
some
had the
ice cream.
goggles and the music on too.
Yeah, I bet he did. He goes and gets some ice cream. He's like, shit, should I get two? He's like, fuck it, I'll just get the whole cart. Fuck it, I'll just bring the whole cart with me. So he just starts pulling the whole cart, and he's like, shit, the cart can't put up with my speed, cause the way the cart is probably going at like 300 miles per hour, if not more, maybe 500 miles per hour, and you can see like fucking flames coming off that thing, dude. That thing is barely holding on. Like the tires have already popped. You can see the rims. Um, and the rims are like about to come off. It's like what the fuck? And he makes it in time and by the time he goes there, like the rims are gone. Like you just see a cart and that's it, with like a little bit of like a umbrella on top. And he's chilling. He got a whole chair. He's like chilling. He's like in his underwear. Um, and he has an ice cream in hand, and he's like, "Dang, All Might, it took you a whole ass 3 minutes, no, 4 minutes and 11 seconds." He's like, so when did you arrive?" It's like, "Oh, I finished in the first 4 seconds." All Might's like, Yeah, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Um, it's like, what the fuck is up with that ice cream cart though? He's like, oh, I stole it. I fucking full on stole that thing. Um, he's like, you can have some. There, we got strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, pineapple, peach, all kinds of ice cream, fam. Like ice cream I've even never heard of. We got fruit punch over there too. I wouldn't try the. He's like, I wouldn't try the cinnamon flavor. It's pretty shit. Um. Anyways, he's like, were you going full out? He's like, yeah, I was going plus ultra. He's like, so if I went full cowling, how fast do you think I would be going? He's like, well, that depends on how much percentage of you use of one for all. At this moment in time, I believe you can use 15%, if I'm not mistaken. Deku nods,
Bro,
says,
you read my mind. I figured 15% too.
yeah, well, yeah, that would just make more sense. If we give him like fucking, I don't know, 10%, it would be like
We
too
get
weak.
if we give him just like 30%, he could like run the city around like about a
Point 0.1
hundred
millisecond.
times in like a millisecond.
Yeah. Um, exactly.
Like he would be so fast if his clothes would burn off in an instant. His clothes already burned off there, as well as just the pressure from it would destroy like just the pressure from him taking off would
No, no, no. What
destroy
he would
like
do is he would
eight
create a whole
buildings.
tornado. But like 100 times, if you go around a whole fucking city,
He
he.
would go back in time, bro.
Yeah, probably. He would probably go
But
back.
just the pressure from him pushing off the ground would just like destroy like 4 buildings behind him.
Yeah, if he did go around the
Maybe
whole
more.
city 100 times, he would probably create like a massive tornado and create tsunamis, earthquakes, everything you could possibly imagine, all kinds of natural disasters. I mean,
He
of
would
course
go
not.
back in time.
He would also go back in time. Yeah. Uh, but like we're already making the making him already overpowered as fuck. So he's like,
But let's nerf him a bit by saying he's like his speed and strength is comparable to at least 3/4 of Prime All Might himself. Just Prime All Might, like fully most powerful All Might there is currently.
okay, yeah, sure. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, he's like,
But that's just with lightning. That's just with lightning, fire, and all for one. If he uses all of his abilities in unison, he could easily beat Prime All Might.
no, I think he would
But
destroy a whole
that
continent.
that would drain him to like the point of either
Like,
death or like instant knockout and coma for a while.
like say goodbye to the United States of America, fam. Like it's gone. It's wiped clean from the face of this fucking planet, dude. It's just gone. If he uses,
He could probably like fucking do some Tsunade type shit and flick all for one through like fucking 4 states.
yeah, I bet. I think All Might would probably either be in a coma for the rest of his life, either be
By the
paralyzed or
way,
just
they're in
die.
Japan. They're in Japan. They're not in America.
I know. I'm just saying though, just like an example. Japan is, I believe,
Just,
it's smaller than America.
just flicks them to fucking America.
He fucking crosses a whole ass ocean. That'd be crazy, dude.
He's like a rock going against an ocean when we were kids. Used to throw rocks against the ocean.
Dude, yeah, nah, he would definitely die from that. He would definitely die from that.
Like All for One was already in a huge bad condition. All for One would come out like he would be like, "I am God. You cannot defeat me." And Deku would come up and like just flick him one time. He's dead.
They're like, we have news on the villain, All for One. Looks like he ended up in the continent of, let's see, Asia. He went around the whole fucking world. His body went around the whole fucking world. That'd be crazy.
He just like flicked him so hard. He went across the world and he caught him. He just like turned around and fucking caught him, bro.
Yeah. Oh shit, dude, that'd be crazy. Um, but yeah, let me get back to it. Um, all for one is, I mean, one for all is like, um, probably you could probably go around the whole city in like maybe like maybe like a millisecond, maybe 0.1 millisecond. Wait, no, point
Picosecond.
0.001
A
millisecond.
picosecond.
Yeah. He's like, I would
I
rather
don't know
not.
how short a picosecond is, but I'm pretty sure it's shorter than a millisecond.
um, he's like, I would rather not try it because you're probably gonna destroy like a lot of buildings and kill a lot of people. So unless you have to use it, please don't use it. Deku Nod says, all right, well, I got it.
Bro, could you? I can't get the thought out of my head of fucking Shigaraki coming with Nomu, right?
Uh
He's like, this Nomu can beat All Might, and like the Nomu is already dead by the time he says beat.
huh. Yeah, but Deku's gonna have to be a villain in this. Yeah, unfortunately.
But that would be funny though.
He's like, I have 1,000 villains behind me. He's like, sorry, what was that? Sorry, what was that? He looks behind him. He's like, the fuck? Where did they go? He's like, yeah, so I burned them. They're in hell probably now. They're probably in hell, burning.
Like, I just still can't get the fucking thought, bro. It would be funny as fuck. Could you imagine you come over with like a million fucking army and like the strongest beast ever known to man, and like you're like, I can beat you, and then before you can even say I, they're all destroyed in an instant.
Yeah, that would be funny
He's
as
like,
fuck.
sorry, hello, what did he say? I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I was on the phone. Sorry. I was talking to a chick real quick.
I
My
was
bad.
getting some tacos, bro.
Yeah, dude, I was ordering some Uber Eats. You were saying? It's like, yeah, nah. I'm gonna go back into my portal. I'm gonna go back right into my portal. Like, nah, just like
Bro,
imagine he makes like a
at
normal
that point,
popsicle. A normal popsicle. It wouldn't taste good at all, though.
he could like run so fast he can manipulate space itself.
Yeah, kind of do
If he
like
gets
what.
100%, he could literally do what Kurogiri does, but like way better.
You know, he can kind of do like what Superman did. You know how he fucking made the Earth spin around like 100 times faster by flying
Yeah.
around it? Yeah, he could probably do something like that. Okay. Let me go ahead and keep on talking, dude. I'm telling you, dude, this is actually gonna be like a 2 hour part. Fuck that. Fuck. It's gonna be so hard to.
3 hour.
Nah, dude, I ain't like dragging
We
it
still
out.
got like 10 more minutes in.
Nah, we're 26 minutes in.
No, we still got like 10 more minutes left to like go into the thing.
Yeah, yeah. So, uh, fuck. He's like, yeah, All Might's like, I would rather you not do it. Deku Nod says, alright, well, I'm fine with that. It's not like I wanted to test it out anyways. I would probably, like, kill myself. He's like, wait, do you think I can run on water? All Might's like, yeah, are you, I thought you were in 8th grade. Can you not, like, be able to track the velocity that you're going to be able to run on water? He's like, fuck, I wanna be Jesus right now.
He's like, I cheated all my classes.
Yeah, he's like, I cheated all my classes, so like, yeah. He's like, but like, I want to be Jesus real quick. He's like, wait, Izuku, you cheated? Deku's like, yeah, I kind of did.
Deku's like, nah, I didn't. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're.
Jedi mind trick type shit, bro. He's like, what are you talking about, bro?
He's like, he's like, I'll be right back. He's like, we're not finished here. Deku starts running because he still has like a lot of vultures left in him. A fucking whole city's worth, of course. He starts running on water. He's like, oh shit, I've always wanted to be Jesus. I always wanted to be Jesus. He's like, oh
like a fucking America by now. He's like, I always wanted to be a Jesus.
He's like, I always wanted to go to America. He's like,
I
dang.
always wanted to try McDonald's.
I always wanted, yeah. He's like, I heard Burger King was better though. It's like, fuck, I'll just get all of them. Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A.
Comes back with like 18 different fucking bags of all like fucking foreign food that All Might has like seen one time in his whole life.
He's like, yeah, so this is all fast
He's
food.
like, so what you want?
Which, he's like, I also went to China. I got some fucking mochi. You like mochi? You like mochi? uh, they all, they both eat. They're like, shit. I like Chick-fil-A. They're like Taco Bell isn't bad either. Like, but McDonald's, that hot and spicy is good too. Fuck, am I now? I feel like I'm just like a fucking taste. I'm just like, I'm not gonna go into fucking fast food places because like I'm not trying to pick sides because I'm gonna get
Sponsored by McDonald's.
Dude, do you know how much they would be paying me if I get sponsored by McDonald's?
They like if you get sponsored, they probably wouldn't have to pay much, only like a few hundred, which is a lot, but not a lot for me. Or that.
Yeah, definitely not. But like, I would, man, I don't know if I would take it.
That would be life changing, Meryl.
Yeah, dude.
You would get some type of coupon that would give you like free food for like a fucking while.
Dude, you know how much? You know how much I would abuse that?
Like 30, you get 30 free fucking meals.
Nah, no.
Wait,
no, no,
what?
no.
Couldn't you just count a meal as everything on the menu?
Yeah, probably.
You could just do that. You'd be like, all right, I
20
want everything on the menu. I want 2 of everything on the menu, please.
No, 20 of everything on that menu. Fuck it. Fuck that.
Who the fuck's all eating? Goddamn.
I don't care. I'll just save it, dude.
It's like It's like fucking your family, your fucking sister, your fucking sister side of the family. Then it's your fucking friend's family. Then your other friend's.
1 second.
Your fucking sister side of the family. Then it's your fucking friend's family. Then your other friend's.
1 second.
Your fucking sister side of the family.
Sorry for the cut. I had to. I don't know. I had to talk something over with Crimson. Oh god, it's around. It's about to become a 2-hour part now. In 13 minutes. God damn. So they have a good fucking meal, and All Might's like, so you never really told me which school you're trying to go to. I'm guessing UA. Naruto, I mean not Naruto. Deku nods, says, yeah. I mean, there's really no other place I should be going to. He's like, if you want, I can give you like a freebie because, but at this moment in time, you could easily beat me at like fucking 75%. If you use all your powers. Deku says, nah, I want to go in by myself. I don't want any freebies. Nah, says that's my student. He's like, well, this is the last day. He's like, tomorrow is the entrance exams, so be sure to get enough sleep. And I don't know, like, make sure to eat well before you go. Don't get nervous, and he's like giving him advice, just so Deku doesn't fucking fail. And even if he does, All Might has ways to get him in there, no problemo. So, sorry, I'm having like a brain fart. Deku, after this, goes home. He's like, thank you for everything, All Might. You've kind of become like the second father I've never, a father I've never had. He's like, yeah, you never actually did tell me about your family. He's like, while we trained. He's like, do you have a minute? I would like to talk to you about your parents. Deku's like, I know you know already. You're All Might. You're the number one hero. You should have already, I bet you already researched my background. He's like, yeah, very sorry about, you being going through all that. It was first your mother, then you getting beat by your father. As I said, if you need anyone to help or anyone to help you with anything at all, contact me. I'll always be here for you. Even though I might, even though I might have lost. Maybe even though I'm not as powerful as I used to be, I can still get shit done. Deku nods says, "Well, wish me luck, All Might. Even though I won't need it." They bid themselves farewell. Deku goes home, takes a shower, eats, some McDonald's, and he goes to sleep. Wakes up around about, let's say, 7 o'clock. Exams are at 8 o'clock. He's like, shit. What kind of fast food should I have now? He's like, fuck. What is Wendy's? He's like, fuck. I'll try some Wendy's. He's like, shit. I ordered something really spicy this time around. He's like, the buffalo sauce. Fuck. I don't know. How do you even? This is American. I don't know. I don't. What the fuck is this? How do you even say this? It's like, fuck it. I don't care anymore. So Deku arrives at the entrance exams, and the first thing they do is they get like this, I guess, like welcome, and they all go through the. I guess they go through the written exam, and everybody who passes goes to like the assembly. This is where loudspeaker, I believe. I don't. I think that's his name, right? Hero name. Um, Starts talking and starts announcing like the second part of the exams, which is, like points and shit. He's like, congratulations for everybody who passed the written exam. Um, we are very excited for you to come. We are very, very excited for all of you to come to UA. But before that, we have one final test. If you pass this, you shall be finally. You shall finally be admitted to UA. But if you don't, we are sorry, but you will be. You will have a chance next year. Anyways, this part of the test will include robots. There is small robots, and he points to like a little robot on screen. He's like, this robot will give you 1 point. This robot, which is a little bigger and a little bit more taller, she's like, this robot will give you 2 points. And this very large robot right here will give you 3 points. This is when a student interrupts. His name is Ida. Um, Ida Ingenium. He's like, are you trying to kill us? There's, of course, or no, are you trying to cheat us? You haven't even told us about the zero pointer, which is the most dangerous robot. Oh, loudspeaker's like, oh, my bad, my bad. He's like, this robot. And, they see like a huge robot, like one that is like at least 6 to 7 stories high. Is like, this robot is the zero pointer. There's really no point in taking it down since it gives you 0 points. So if you see it, I would recommend running the other way since I don't think any of you guys are capable of, destroying this thing. Um, you know, Bakugo actually sat somewhere else, so somebody else sat right next to him. And I must say, this time around, it was the guy who reads minds. Hey, Crimson, Crimson. Yo, Crimson, did you get disconnected? Fuck, he might have gotten disconnected. I mean, I'll just keep on going. It was if you guys, I don't know his name, but um, it was the first guy who Deku went against in the sports festival. So yeah, it's that guy. He sits right next to him, and the guy keeps on shrugging him. He's like, so what are you trying to do? And he doesn't use his quirk of force. He just starts bugging him. He's like, "Dang, you look weak." Deku's like, "Me weak? I don't think so. At least I don't believe it." Um, it's like you yourself look pretty weak. What would be your quirk? He's like, if I told you that, it would kind of ruin everything. Um, so he's like, okay. This is when he uses his quirk. He's like, got you, bitch. Um, he's like, I want you to shit yourself and announce that to everybody. He Deku stands up, but something's wrong. Something is is definitely wrong. Deku's aura is changed. His his uh his eyes turned black. His usually his white and black hair turned more black. Um, Darkness starts swelling up against Deku. You could see a shadow, a big shadow with, you could say, red eyes, with a big grin on its face, appear on, behind Deku. Everybody sees this. Everybody starts screaming. No, the kid sees that he's done something bad, something really bad. He's done fucked up, and he messed with the wrong person. Deku didn't activate this on purpose. It's kind of like a self-defense system that if something happens or if he gets mind controlled, for example, it it activates. So, yeah. Um, what? So Deku is controlling this. Of course, he's like, I don't mind it. Fuck it. I'll go ahead and do this. So Deku looks over. It's like, so I see that's your quirk. Mind controls it. And he's like, I don't have. I'm not in the mood to fight you, anyways. He sits back down, and his shadow goes back to normal form. Uh, everybody's like, what the fuck was that? Loudspeaker seeing this, he's like, okay then, everybody go outside, because he doesn't know what the fuck to do. He's never been in a situation like this. So yeah. Uh. Oh, sorry, I'm so sleepy. It's fuck. Um, yeah, so everybody goes outside. They get designated to their own places, and Deku starts walking up. Everybody kind of cowers away from him. Like, oh, wait, that everybody who's like, why are you guys dodging him? They're like, shh. Did you not see what that guy did? It's like, no, I was in a different assembly. It's like, that kid is a monster. Don't don't even whisper about him. I don't know what his quirk is, but it's evil. He might be a villain. They're like, a villain? In UA? There's no way. Um, so yeah, he walks up, and nobody really walks up to him. Except, Deku's paralysis allows him to like feel everybody's, I guess, where they are and how they are. Um this is when loudspeaker announces 3, 2, 1, go, 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 and everybody starts running. Deku's gone. You can see a purple streak. They're like, what? What was that? They look where Deku was. He's gone. It's like, wait, what's his quirk? First it's first it's like a shadow. Then it's super speed. What doesn't this kid have? Deku, in a short span, already has 100 points. The system can barely register up to what Deku's doing. They're like, the system can register everybody else, but this kid, like at least 10 people are on him, just registering his points. They're like, he's about to obliterate all the robots. They're like, send more in. They send it around about like another 300 more. 100 of them being 1 pointers, 100, another 100 being 2 pointers, and another 100 being 3 pointers. Um, So, uh, Deku, of course, uh, he takes care of another 300. Meaning there's only around about like 100 left for everybody else. This is when they're like, shit, how can we stop this kid? He's literally ruining everything. This is when All Might comes in. He's like, you guys, he's finally not my fucking, mess anymore. You guys have fun taking care of him. They're like, All Might, why are you here? He was like, oh, I'm here to, check out how Izuku Midori is doing. They're like, you mean that kid who has, like, super speed? It's like, he has more than that, but, we're not gonna talk about that. Anyways, how was he doing? He's like, well, sir, he has 300 points. It's like, I'm not shocked. They're like, wait, All Might knows this kid? They're like, this kid must be strong then. There's, it's probably because All Might trained him or something. Um, so yeah. Sorry if, like, I'm kind of cutting out. I'm very hungry and I'm not, I mean, it's not like, um, I don't know, I'm tired, it's just I'm hungry, so that's one of the reasons why. So, yeah. Um, Deku is like, shit, I'm probably gonna leave no more robots left behind for everybody else. He's like, I'm gonna just chill. So when All Might's like, huh, how many zero pointers robots do you guys have? They're like, we have 100 in stock. It's like, huh. He's like, send in one. They're like, right now? He's like, yeah, right now. They're like, it's like, I want that all zero pointer to be directed exactly at Izuku Midoriya. They're like, sir, but a zero pointer is pretty strong. It's like, don't worry about it. That kid can take care of himself. Um, so this is when they release the zero pointer. Deku, he's chilling, maybe having some fucking popsicle. So when hears a scream, he's like, what was that? And he just hears a loud bang. He rushes over. He sees a large robot. He's like, oh, this must be the zero pointer. He's like, where was that scream from? He looks below. He sees Mina. Also the girl on the thumbnail. So, he's like, oh shit. She's about to get crushed by the robot. He goes there in an instant. He holds up the robot while also lifting up the huge rock that's, I guess, crashed down upon her. He's like, are you alright? She's like, yeah, it's just my leg sprained. He sees, Ida. The Ida Ingenium. He's like, Ida! Or, he's like, Ingenium! Ida looks over, he's like, huh? He hears he's like, what do you want? Deku's like, I need you to take her away. He's like, why would I do that? He's like, I thought you were a hero. He's like, what about you then? There's no way you can take care of that all by yourself. It's like, watch and learn. He's like, I don't even need a lot of strength to do this, but, I'll just show off a little bit. While he's holding up the robot, he slowly incinerates it with fire. The robot slowly starts vanishing into thin air. All that's left after around about 2 seconds is ash. Ingenium's like, what? What was that? He's like, oh, that's one of my quirks. Or, yeah, that's one of my quirks. He's like, one of them. Because, Ida is not stupid. So he picked up on that one of them part. He's like, I would recommend you take her away. He's like, why? Why can't you do it yourself? He's like, well, there's another 50 more coming. It's like 50. Are you out of your mind? There's no way that the exam proctors would allow that. He's like, well, if I know somebody, he's definitely trying to, play with me. So I would recommend you take her away. He does like, if you're lying to me, it's like, what are you gonna do about it? Anyways, I have to go. This is when Ida does see around about 50 0 pointers. Now we skip back to the perspective of All Might. He's like, you see what that kid just did? It's like, what was that? He just incinerated a 0 pointer, one of the strongest robots we have. All Might's like, well, if you see how powerful he is, since you see how powerful he is, how about you send another 50 more in? They're like, 50? What about the other exams? He's like, don't worry about it. If I know the principal well, uh, he can cover that. They're like, well, okay. They send a 50 more in. Um, you know, Omet's like, I want to see how much he's gonna fare against this. Um, so Deku rushes up, destroys like almost 6 of them with just punches alone. The other 8, or the he destroys another 16. One with fire on one of his arms, let's say his right arm, and ice on his other arm, which is his left. So now already 24 are down, only 26 are left. He's like, I haven't used this in a while. He's like, should I use it? It's like, yeah, I'll just use it for half more of them though. He's like, alright, time to use this. He absorbs almost all the electricity from around about 18 of them. So they just stop working out, or just in general. And everything else is they're absorbed by darkness. A very dark darkness, you could say. Um and they're just gone. Deku starts slowly walking away from the scene. And he goes to the gates. And Mina is like, thank you so much for, you know, thank you so much for saving me. I really appreciate it. She's like, what are your quirks, by the way? He's like, I have a lot of them, but I prefer not to, tell them. She's like, okay, well, uh, she's like, you're kind of hot. Deku's like, excuse me? She's like, you heard me. You're kind of hot. Deku's like, well, thanks. She's like, do you have a girlfriend by any chance? Deku's like, no. Well, she's like, would you mind, going out with me? Deku's like, well, I've never really been in a relationship, so I don't see why not. She's like, well, alright, well, it's settled. She kisses him on the lips. She's like, it's a deal. It's like a vow to keep to keep the seal, I guess you could say. So he doesn't, I don't know. And this gets on footage, and everybody's watching this. He's like, loudspeaker is like, of course, commentating. He's like, oh shit, we just got a fucking I don't know. Our boy here just got a whole ass date. We should how about we all congratulate him? You just hear like a woo, congrats, kid. Um, yo, Crimson. Crimson. Did he get disconnected? Or did I get disconnected? If you guys hear like that dulling, it's probably because I'm like relogging and seeing if he's. What the fuck is he doing? This is a fucking collab, not a fucking I'm just gonna spam him. I don't know. He's not answering for some reason. Yo, Crimson. Fuck. Why is he not answering? Oh my god. Fuck. Why is he not answering? Oh my god. Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna just end it here. Sorry for the cut. I had to get this idiot. He fucking fell asleep mid recording, so, yeah. You wanna say something before we go?
Good night.
Good night. I don't know if it's gonna be good night for them, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure
Good
to
morning, man.
if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit 35 likes, as you know that's the like goal for another part. And if you guys want to see another part, maybe tomorrow, get 60 likes. I hope you guys enjoyed this 2 hour part. It was fucking draining as fuck to make. I can't hear you, Crimson.
Oh, I wasn't like talking.
Oh, okay. Your like speaker went green, so.
Oh,
Oh, look, I'm gonna go eat. I got a lot of homework to do, so yeah. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and maybe share this video to your friends. But yeah. Hope you guys are staying safe out there.
join the Discord too.
Oh yeah, join the Discord. I completely forgot to advertise my Discord. Follow me on Instagram. But yeah, part 2 should be coming in the near future if you guys hit 35 likes. But that's the end of it. Near future.